rock and roll capital. It's time for a show that'll open your eyes and your ears. You don't need to worry about health insurance here.
Rest your lips, put down the ears. Go ahead.
It's time for Band-Aid. With your host, Doc Rock.
Thank you, and a worldwide web welcome to Band-Aid with Doc Rock. I am Doc Rock, your rockologist, and we are live and in living color from the rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio. Hey, you know what? Band-Aid is a global and interactive weekly forum, and it's designed to help bands get better. That's what we're all about. We know these are indeed tough times, so we're here to tackle your challenges in the music industry. And I'd like to say thank you for spreading the word and for linking us on your sites. You know, we're continuing to grow in viewership every single show. It is exciting to me. It's what keeps me going. And of course, as I always say, it's really your show, and it's all about supporting your success. So, of course, you can always catch our archive shows at bandaidwithdocrock.com. Have you been to that website yet? Whoa, there's so much there for you. You know, the website also offers a large assortment of music industry-related links that are listed on the sitemap as helpful resource links. And of course, everybody's got suggestions and discoveries about new resource links. So would you get them to me? Email them in to me so I can get them up there. So it's a great one-stop to help your career with a lot of information. So you'll also find a page, of course, listed on there as Recovery Room Interview Application. That's right. If your entire band wants to just be interviewed and live in the Recovery Room, okay, well, we've got a few slots left. You got to hurry up. Just complete this very short application and submit it to our artist relations staff for their review and their scheduling. Of course, please join us in the chat room. We have so much fun in the chat room here. And of course, on your screen, you will see our email address. It's show@bandaidwithdocrock.com. Please use it anytime during the show, and really anytime 24/7 to email me with suggestions and future show topics. You know, when you share your ideas and experiences, it helps every one of our viewers. And remember one thing, we are all in this rock together. Okay, our talented production team is in the house tonight. The intern wizards. Well, there's one wizard tonight. The others are floating around somewhere, and I'm grateful for them. Social Racket's out there doing their thing. My man, Jared Holly, he is out there working the scene across this country. Great person with this show. But the guy who puts it all together, the big guy back there who's always having a heart attack behind the board, we call him the Flying V. So he keeps this show soaring, and I really appreciate my production team. But all right, this week, you know... What's going on as I'm getting older? Doc's blood pressure is elevated again this week. You know, and here's the reason why. Band websites seldom get updated. That's right. Think about this now. Your website is probably the most vital sales and marketing tool that you have. It needs to be front-loaded with everything possible to enhance your band. It needs to be done with far more than just fans watching. You know, potential buyers, talent buyers are out there. Media sponsors who are also visiting your website. And, you know, and many times bands just leave old pics, old vids, old blogs, all kinds of stuff up there that are just not enhancing to the band today. They do you no good. It's not about nostalgia. You know, one of the things about leaving all the old stuff up on your website, when I say old, maybe after 2 years or so, okay? But when you leave all that stuff up there, if you want to leave it up there, push it into like an archival situation or some other page so people can really go back and learn about your history. But your current stuff, within 2 years, the more current stuff, that is a real depiction of how much your band is on its game. These other potentials don't want to sit there and learn about the history and the old drummers and what have you in your band, okay? And a lot of the unenhancing live videos and pics from years and years ago. No, okay? They want to know what's hot and what they're buying right now. Every 90 days, basically, you know, your band needs to have a policy to review and just scrub the website with the goal of keeping it up to date as an accurate representation of your band. You know, you can toss all the other fun, crazy stuff onto the social website, sure, but keep your dedicated site impressive. Make it a point to upload new pics, news, profiles, you know, and vids so your band appears to be growing and not stagnant. It's got to be fresh. You've got to be a band that shows that you are activists. You have the greatest tool in the history of communications. Bands decades ago would die to have this opportunity. You've got it. Do something with it. Use it wisely and use it well to your advantage. Word up from your doc. All right. I want you to open wide and get ready for Doc's weekly prescription. Love that song. You know, with so many incredible tech tuning devices on the market, I still hear countless bands playing out of tune. I don't get it. I just don't get it. The world is out there of devices for you. There's no reason for you not to be in tune. You know, bands must always tune before getting on stage. Not before the first song while you're on stage, before you get on that stage. Pros never tune before the first song while standing on stage. You know, tune off stage, and then you can design tuning spots in your set while something else is going on to keep the show flowing. You don't want the audience attention on some guy out there tuning. That's not professional. You know, even a 100-piece symphony orchestra follows this great procedure. They get it right, and they have a heck of a lot more to deal with than you do, and they have to do it to absolute precision. You know, once the piece is started, they never stop the tune and disrupt the performance. It is always done very discreetly. The worst and most unprofessional a band can be is to be waiting in between songs for someone to tune up. And you've got some singer or somebody out there trying to tell jokes, trying to just stretch the time, okay? Don't need it. It is unprofessional. The show loses all of the momentum that you've poured into the show to build it up. I see this happen all the time, and I have to turn my head in embarrassment. You know, bands, I want you to review your tuning tools. Change your strings and have procedures in place so tuning does not interfere with your show. Think and act pro. So bands, I want you to swallow this wise and, of course, sometimes painful prescription and get better. All right. Speaking of great efforts and a guy who really keeps things in tune, I've always got to talk about my friend, mega guitar tech guru, Mark Reese, who's on this show months ago. You know, he's a great fan of Band Aid. I really appreciate him, but I appreciate what he does. You know, he's the guitar tech to the biggest names in the industry, and he believes in giving back. And his guitar giveaway project is called Our Sacrifice at OurSacrifice.com that supports 5 veterans organizations, and he is getting some incredible donated autographed guitars that are all just premium quality guitars, and even he's got some great amps. You know, they're gear from all the top stars. You would be blown away when you go to the site and just click on Donor Artist and see what's in there. Well, the most important thing about it is the patriotic cause. Again, to help 5 veterans organizations and to help our troops. It is my all-time favorite site. Please, please join me in visiting OurSacrifice.org, actually, OurSacrifice.org, to learn more and be amazed what you can win for a simple raffle donation to support our deserving troops. And you know, when you make a donation and your name goes in a raffle bin, if you don't win that month, it stays in there. So absolutely, it's perpetual that your name keeps going and going and going. I'll bet you're going to win something, and you're going to be amazed at what you win and, of course, what it does for the troops. Okay, now it's time for the weekly Artist Injections. That's right. Oh, yeah. All these great artists. And the award for the American coast jumping goes to the band Safety Word Orange. That's right. You know, this pop-punk quintet consisting of members Will, Robbie, James, Jackson, and Travis. They started in L.A. in 2007 and migrated all the way across country to Richmond, Virginia, where they've really kicked up a wave of success and proved that it doesn't matter where you call home, your great music will always reach the masses. So they've jumped coasts on us, and it's cool. We're grateful to have them out on the East Coast. Well, you know, these 5 talented souls have recently been illuminating the East Coast, including New York City, with all of their live energy. You know, their dedicated website is Safety wordorange.com. The site's catchy, but it's awfully sparse with content. You're going to get a whole lot more out of pure volume than our dedicated website. Hey, bands, your dedicated website is too important to ignore. Safety Word Orange have 5 diverse promo videos or promo photos posted, along with kind of one random poster. There's really no live pics to be found for this band at all. But for videos, they feature the music video of their popular tune, Fiending. Producer Nicholas Baker did a clean job of blending the band's soundstage performance of the song with some loved, frustrated storyline fusion footage. It's pretty good. So, but it lacks artistic creativity. It's put together nicely, but I think the band could do more. We've seen it all a million times before. There are no other live or even basic interview videos to be found. Ouch, vids are vital in an area of discretionary spending. People want to see what this band's going to be like live. They want to see the personalities in this band. Some of the most basic things you can do, again, are great sales tools. Gotta get them posted. But Safety Words Orange does have a nice merch store, and it's featuring 4 very unique t-shirt designs that I like a lot. And they're only $10 a piece. And of course, along with their latest EP, it's available in that store. Their music, it's very, very catchy, and it's packed with power and punch, and the usual pop, love, frustrated content, packaged really in a lot of very clever themes. So let's spin the latest sensation from the band Safety Word Orange, entitled Fiending. Listen to this.
Just take it away, like you did our hearts the days that we were young. Just take it away. This hurts so much it makes my body numb. And when I can't find another reason, I just put this in my head. I keep one foot out the other end. And I don't know you anymore, and I don't think I wanna find out about it now. Tell me, girl, what you're all about. But I'll keep knocking at your door, and I can't help myself because you got me so into you. Cause it's times like this that keep me coming round. I can't stop using. You're the drug I cannot live without. Tell me what you're feeling for, and I'll be right at your doorstep, ready to deliver what you need. Waiting on a sign to help you realize you were never better off without me. Guess I'm leaving today. Guess I'll pack that car and I'll drive until I'm there. Cause I'm never alone, taking all that I own just to give it away. My hands keep shaking, and if I ever needed help, I have to turn to someone else, because God knows that I'm done asking you. Cause it's times like this that keep me coming round. I can't stop using. You're the drug I cannot live without. You gotta let me know now. Tell me what you're feeling for, and I'll be right at your doorstep, ready to deliver what you need. Waiting on a sign to help you realize that you were never better off without me. This is what you're feeling for. Yes, I know that you're greedy. Oh, yes, I know that you need me to connect my heart in vain. Yeah, and this is what you're feeling for. Yes, I know that you need me. Oh, yes, I know that you're greedy, and you always get your way. Connect my heart in vain. Connect my heart in vain. Why do you come around? Was there something you needed? I couldn't give it. Why are you always down? Is it me or the needle you're fighting with? You gotta let me know now. Tell me what you're feeling for, and I'll be right at your doorstep, ready to deliver what you need. Waiting on a sign
Well, you know, both alternative press and absolute punk hail this impressive band with all props. Safety Word Orange is edgy, you know, and they build upon a tight and frenzied drum and bass foundation to support some amazing guitar riffs, shreds, and chops. You know, there's a bite to their tunes, and James's lead vocals really bring it all home with power and range and real confidence. So, Safety Word Orange have the basics down, and 4 releases available for fans. They have their 2008 self-titled album. Then they had 2 releases in 2010. First one is called On Your Mark, Get Set, and then the other one is called More Than Memories. But they just dropped their latest EP in June of 2011, and it's entitled Acceptance. You know, this certainly is a recording band who just needs to be a little more convincing of their live skills. So, on a Band-Aid musical scale of 1 to 5, I must color Safety Word Orange with, 1 BAMs for being 5 talents, you know, with a shared passion and a vision to make punk pop with real dynamics. There's something really magical to this band. And of course, 1 BAMs for some solid writing and arrangements with no fear of innovating. You know, they try some new licks and chops, and I kind of like that. Some really good stuff. And of course, 1 BAMs for some very solid web presence on a number of sites, and for keeping their loyal fans updated and excited. You know, they really do more for the fans than they do for themselves. Okay, Safety Word Orange, you got to get that corrected. So that's a total of 3 BAMs for the Richmond, Virginia punk pop band at Safety Word Orange. You know, Safety Word Orange is solid and defined, and I like the name and the members. There just needs to be a stronger variety of offerings and mediums to get their message tighter. They have the talent and will eventually have the content to cross that line right into the thrill zone. Talk props to Safety Word Orange. Now rock out, guys, and cross that line. Okay, injection band number 2. Just to keep you ODing on the alternative pop and rock, I have just the right thing before you exit. That's right, the band's name is really Before You Exit. Before You Exit hails from sunny Orlando, Florida, and consists of 4 mystery members. That's right, 4 mystery members. I don't think that's intentional. They must be good because they sure don't have the time to post any profile or even member names. It's a big mistake for any band. Who are these guys? I don't even know. Before You Exit have lots of fans and followers, but they sure are minimalist when it comes to marketing. You know, there is one cute, colorful, pop-style promo photo posted. Okay, yeah, it's all there, but there's nothing else. Nothing else. If that doesn't suck enough, then you go to their videos page and you will find one posted video labeled Update Number 1. It has been removed at the request of the user, so there are no videos. Also, there's no gigs posted, and there's no merch available. Well, maybe that one poster. So, it appears as though this band has already exited their music career. I don't get it. I don't think that I've ever seen a band be so incomplete when it comes to content. Content is king. It's too important. You can't ignore it. You know, so maybe it's in the music. Okay, well, just don't exit me yet. You know, just prepare for departure by listening to the tune, The Best Thing, by the Orlando, Florida band called Before You Exit. Listen to this song.
Suddenly out of control. A sweet disaster dancing in the parking lot. I know she's special, but inside she thinks she's not. Maybe someday, some way she'll see. She's the best thing.
Love it. Okay. You know, so you can revel in the classic pop rock chops and the effects of before you exit. There's some good stuff there. The talent is even all there. The music is blazing and the vocals are superior. And of course, it's kind of pure teen stuff. The music, of course, is a lot of it, the very redundant young love in turmoil with smoking hormones kind of themes. Okay, we get it. That's part of the pop thing. You know, of course, sadly, that genre is just burdened with countless bands swimming in the same teen romance geist. All right, but Before You Exit do it very, very well. Before You Exit is truly a recording band because they sure offer zero live verification at all. So they have 3 releases available, a short and long story from 2009, and from 2010 they have Letting Go, and their latest in 2010 is called YouTube Covers. Pretty interesting name. They managed to do some great cover renditions of songs like Grenade and Firework, okay? You know, good stuff. They have a ballad entitled The Script Mashup that is really impressive. I think that's one of their better tunes. The lyrics are superior and the arrangements are very, very effective. So, on the scale of 1 to 5 on the Band-Aid musical scale known as BAMS, I pry open the door to give the band Before You Exit, hoo-ha! 1 BAMS for being 4 hot and talented dudes who peg the power pop genre very, very well. And, should I? I wonder. Okay. Yeah, 1 BAMS for some memorable lyrics and some sharp arrangements for their very diverse approach to songs and production. Gotta hand that to them. All right, so it's a total of 2 BAMS for the Orlando alternative rock and pop punchers called Before You Exit. So, Before You Exit, could be so much more. And of course, they are the classic case of all talent and zero marketing skills. The two are vital to feed off each other and to really grow bands. Can't have one without the other. This is a classic case of that. So bands, you really got to make sure that you've got the business down and the marketing down on top of all of the music. You need content. How much more can I rave about that? So, I hope that Before You Exit can get more sizzle happening and do more to feed fan frenzy before you exit. So, that's all the artist injections that I can handle for this week. I like the buzz. It's always cool to discover and inject all of these creative and deserving national talents. And of course, we're looking for your opinions. Everybody's got an opinion about bands. You have an opinion on these weekly injection artists. Well, all you got to do, first of all, is just visit our dedicated show website at bandaidwithdocrock.com. And you can click on where it says Future Shows. So you'll know what artists are coming up in future weeks. Okay. Then you just got to click over to Injection Artist Input. It's an Injection Artist Input. That's another link. And all you got to do is just enter what you have to say about future artists and send it to me. I'm not a know-it-all on this stuff, okay? I call them as I see them, right or wrong, but I'm interested in the business. So I'd like to know what you have to say because your opinion really does matter. All right. Bono, Prince, Alice Cooper, Elton John, Bob Dylan, Bo Diddley, Blondie, Boy George, Paige Boy, Lady Gaga, and the list is endless. What do they all have in common? These are obviously not their real names. They are stage names and they are related personas with that. When you show the person's image, you know that name and you know the persona of that person. That's very effective. Weasle Strychnine is another legend and still a dynamic rocker and mover of sorts after many, many decades. He has maintained his creative vision and his alias after all these years. Everybody knows Weasle. Well, I want you to stick around as I unleash this rock and roll animal and to share his views about defining and branding yourself right here on Band-Aid with Doc Rock after this break. So this is Band-Aid with Doc Rock. I am Doc Rock, your rocktologist. We're here on MorningShowCentral.com. We're going to take a good long break right now. Woo! It's hot in here, and the rock is going to get hotter when the weasel is loosed in the house. We'll see you in just a few. Hang with me.
From the rock and roll capital. capital. It's an exciting and fast-paced global forum with the man who knows how to help get your band even better. Yeah! Doc Rock tackles industry issues with informed guests and invites your questions, concerns, and tales of band life. There's never a dull moment in Doc's world of showbiz. He cares about artist issues and escalating your talents. So make an appointment with Doc Rock on Band-Aid.
Thank you!
Tuesday night, starting at 9:05. Only on MorningshowCentral.com. Unbound. Unstoppable. Uncensored Net Noises Birthday Bash. Yeah! Get your ass to Fantasy Nightclub in Lakewood on Friday, September 23rd for live music for Morality Check, Demons Within, and The Thousandfold. Hosted by comedian Anthony Sabat. Uncensored Net Noises Birthday Bash. Sponsored by Cocaine Energy Supplement. Get more details at MorningshowCentral.com. Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous cocaine energy supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. You can become a member by logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Swear you never felt so far away, but I'm writing to let you know these past mistakes on me. Simply locked in yesterday, ready to start tomorrow, ready to make a change. So wait a little bit before you make up your mind. You really come in this time. Always knew that this would never be easy. But it didn't feel impossible. You've been running in circles on my mind. Yeah, isn't it funny how love catches up to you when you're dizzy on the ground? And it's one sleepless night for every word that picture's worth. Just because you said goodbye, I won't stop trying. Wait a little bit before you make up your mind. You really come in this time. Always knew that this would never be easy. But it didn't feel impossible. It didn't feel impossible. Wait a little bit before you make up your mind. Wait a little bit before you make up your mind. You really come in this time. Always knew that this would never be easy. But it didn't feel impossible.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Come and help celebrate the 25th episode of One Life to Play, August 18th from 7 to 8 p.m. at Video Game Connection. Enjoy giveaways, on-the-spot video game challenges, and special guests from the video game community. Video Game Connection has been the go-to spot in Cleveland, Ohio for the last 17 years to buy, sell, and trade video games and consoles of any format. Located at 4824 Memphis Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. That's Thursday, August 18th from 7 to 8 p.m. at the Video Game Connection. OneLifeToPlay.com. Game on.
If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousine.com. LimousineService.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Welcome back to Band Aid with Doc Rock. I am Doc Rock, and of course you're here on MorningShowCentral.com. And it's time now for the VIP Lab, and guess what? Weasle Strychnine, the famous Weasle Strychnine, is supposed to be here in the chair tonight because I really had a lot to talk about with him, and the whole station's been calling him trying to find the Weasel. He's not here. I think the Weasel escaped. Oh no, maybe he's named Weasel for a reason. I don't know, but you're stuck with me and I love being with you. So I do apologize to you on behalf of Weasle Strychnine. He is not in the studio tonight. And of course, it's the beauty of live television, so the show must go on. It is show business. So here's what I really want to talk to you about, and here's what I wanted to really pull from Weasle Strychnine. You know, his name is Weasle Strychnine, and he's been Weasle Strychnine as long as anybody could remember. He goes back to the 70s, really, as being the lead singer of a very, very successful band called Strychnine, and he's kind of a Cleveland legend. I don't even know his real name. Now, there's something to this, and what we really want to talk about are having an alias and an alternative persona, just like the introduction that I gave to you. Well, I can talk about it because I'm Doc Rock, and that's a persona, right? Okay. I'd like you to pay attention to this. First of all, you know, in the entertainment industry, the goal is entertainment. Bands, it's about entertainment and entertainment value. And this is the most difficult time to market images, market bands, because there's so much media saturation, so much over-information. Everybody's heads are in a quandary. And you know, the hardest thing for a lot of people is all the reality of what's going on with bands. Band name, band images. Bands look just like the guy next door, okay? They put on a clean t-shirt and jeans and hit the stage. It's wrong. Because you have to, in the entertainment industry, you've got to be one up on your fans and the people who are paying money to go and be entertained. I know this is 101 fundamental, but take the movies as an example. The movies are thriving in a down economy. Why? Because people are taking their money and they're going to the theater and they're being usually blown out of their seats by a lot of special effects and a lot of sensationalism. So when they walk out of that theater, their eyes are spinning and they've been picked up and taken to a different place to hear a great story. People like that. They need to escape the reality of these challenging times. The circus does it so well. The circus has always done it well. People go out to the circus because they want to see what unusual things happen. You know, bands, it's no different. Some say to me, being in a band is like being in a circus. Well, you know, you're right. When the circus started out over 100 years ago, they sent their advance men to a community and they paraded the elephants around, put up banners, and they had all kinds of, you know, teasing sort of images. The headless fat lady, the tall man, the whatever it may be. But the community said, wow, these are things we don't have access to in our life, so we want to go see this freak show and see what it's all about. And that's what the circus is all about. It goes all the way back to Greek mythology and all the way back to the Oriental arts. Nothing has changed with our human desire to go see something that is out of the ordinary. All right, so let's bring that right down to a band level with an alias. First of all, we are who we are in our real life. We all are on this earth in the same 24/7 time. We have got to work jobs. We've got to be accessible to the community, to our families, to our bosses, our friends, all of that. And because we are accessible as our normal self, that does not transfer incredibly well onto the performance stage. A lot of people are putting forth a ton of mediocrity. You'll hear it all the time in the industry. There's just a lot of mediocrity out there, and there's not something that's incredibly special. There's a lot of beautiful women out there. Sure, you can be as perfecto as Beyonce, but you look at a person like Lady Gaga, who takes it over the top, and look how successful her career is. There are other equally as beautiful and dynamic women, but she knows how to take it over the top and bring it into the magnitude of entertainment desire. So what I'm saying to you is, as you look at yourself and take a reality check about yourself, this is a hard question and it's a real hard pill to swallow. Why should anybody pay and spend their time and their hard-earned money to see you? That's a very difficult question. Don't ask your mother or your family, because they love you and they'll tell you what you want to hear no matter what. Okay? It is a hardcore question. Why should anybody go see you? What do you offer to them that uplifts their world that they can't get anywhere else? Right. So, if you're in this world, this common world, one of the greatest things you can do is to create an alias. All right? You don't have to be a Weasle, but all those names I mentioned in the introductions. You know, Bono, Elton John, Bo Diddley, Lady Gaga, Bob Dylan, you know, all those alias names, there's a persona that goes with it. And it is really a great way to mentally and emotionally help you step outside of your real self to become something very special, very attractive, and ultimately very successful. So, to start, how do you start? First of all, you know, stepping outside of reality means you have to look at some attributes in yourself that you've always wanted to unleash. That first step is the hardest. You know, it's that way in stand-up comedy. It's that first gig of standing up in front of a microphone, in front of people with nothing else, no props, no band behind you, no audio behind you, no fancy lighting. It's just you. And being just you sometimes is very, very painful for your self-confidence in front of others. But once you do, and those little inherent characteristics that you've always thought about but never had a chance to try come out, they can be the best thing that ever happened to you. They can be career-changing. So in designing an alias, the first thing you want to do is find those little attributes and magnify those attributes. You know, are you playing a musical instrument? Do you really want to be colorful? You know, do you want to be somebody who's just more hardcore than anybody? You know, what is it about you? Have you always wanted to dance your butt off, but you've never taken a lesson, but you do it behind closed doors? What is it? What is it? Is it your vocal inflection? You know, what is that character? Look at David Bowie. Okay, look at Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. I mean, it's endless. Nobody does it probably any better than Alice Cooper, and even, of course, Marilyn Manson. Good old Brian Warner, who is Marilyn Manson. They all cross that threshold. Why can't so many other artists do that? Because are we afraid of failure? If you are afraid of failure, then you should not be in the entertainment business. There's something about entertainers, there's a common thread that is that on button, and it's right above your belt at your lower back. It's an off-on switch. When you get on that stage, click, it goes on. When the lights are here around Doc Rock, I love being on. I love being here with you. It is the highlight of my week, and my on button is on. Sometimes I'm just too out of control and I speak too fast for my own good because I'm enthusiastic. You have to feel the same way. When you get on that stage, your on button goes on and your alias kicks in, and it is like nothing anybody has access to. Look at the late Michael Jackson. When he would step on that stage, his body was electrifying. Something would just take over, and his body just, just every part of his body shot rhythm. It shot rhythm everywhere. And the audiences they felt that rhythm, and they want to project that rhythm back, okay? It was just electrifying. Look at what Prince does, okay? Again, I don't want to be redundant. It goes on and on and on and on, but I keep dropping samples. So you take that part of you and unleash it. Unleash your weasel in his absence. When you unleash that weasel and you start working with that alias, the components of putting together an alias, one, are creating a name. You want a name that you can live with, because guess what? If it's successful, you may be living with it for a long, long time. And if it's very, very successful, it is your moniker. So the idea is, when you're creating a name that is memorable, a name that has something to do with really who you are and what you're projecting. You don't want to call yourself Dog when you act like a cat, or Blue when you're wearing red. Okay? The world is unlimited of possibilities that you can use. Remember, you're in pop culture. You're in pop art. Your canvas is a blank canvas that you can create whatever you want to create. Within that creativity, there lies your success. So, when you create that name, a great thing to do is express it to fellow band members, and express it only and closely to people that you know who can really give you good feedback. Don't run out there and post it on your website or your social site. Say, hey, I'm thinking of changing my name to this. What do you feel? Because everybody's going to have a variety of opinions coming from a variety of frame of references, and they're going to basically be stirring you in circles, and they're going to build your uncertainty. This is time for you to be you. Step up to the plate. Get the hell out of that dugout of mediocrity where a lot of bands have been sitting. So, I want you to go create a name. Create that name. Then the next step in building an alias is, what is the persona that goes with that name? What is the personality? It doesn't have to be the total you. It can be you magnified in a certain way. Work with that personality. How do you do that? How are they created? Take the video camera and have a friend videotape you as that personality and alias. Play it back. Play it back. Be your own critic and go, am I comfortable doing this? Is this really something that I really can push over the top? There's many, many of you that cannot do what these icons with their aliases do. You couldn't do it. Okay, it's just not in you. It's easier to take the easy way out and to just be low key. And you'll stay low key, and the world will go on without you in the entertainment business. So you want to work on that personality. Have a little fun with that personality. Then the next step with that is the image, the physical appearance. Again, there are no rules. One of the things that is so unnerving to me are bands who follow trends. The entertainment industry has no room for people who follow trends. They have plenty of room at the top for people who create trends. Everything you see today that's out there, all of these bands that you idolize, do not be like them. You want to be ahead of them. You need to be 6 months ahead on these trends. 6 months ahead of these trends. That's what it takes. So you've got to be forward thinking. Forward thinking. Don't do what everybody else does. All the major labels, for what's left of them, and all of the managers and all, they're not looking for more of the same. They're looking to invest in tomorrow's artists. You have to live up to being tomorrow's artists. So what you can do with that is play with your image. Gosh, go through the archives of the show. I beg you to. Check out some of these early shows we did with Zan in fashion. Check out some of the shows we did, with Faith McFluff about fashion, and others about makeup and about hair. Have fun with it. Don't worry about what people think. If you worry about other people, again, you're not in the entertainment business. The biggest thing that has held back many young potentials in the entertainment business is the cell phone camera. Because the cell phone camera can capture you in a moment and post it in a moment, and you're not emotionally strong enough to live up to that. Okay? If you aren't especially able to live up to that, again, you shouldn't be in the entertainment business. Stars are out there and they love to be glossy in front of those cameras. You've got to love that camera, embrace that camera, because that camera is what's going to carry you. That is your portal to your fans, whether it's video or whether it's stills. Feed the camera to feed your fans. You at some point may want to shut down your social media site and reopen all of that under your alias. If people can find out who you really are and access really what you're all about, and it's contrary to your alias, it will dilute your alias. Put all of your chips on the table on your alias and push only that. So again, you're creating a name, you're creating a persona, and you're creating a very creative look. Try new things with your looks. Look what 80s bands were doing. Look what hair bands were doing, okay? All of these types of things. The industry is really starved for good innovation. There is room at the top. Don't let yourself believe, and trust your doc, that everything's taken, everybody's done everything. You are wrong. That's a defeatist attitude. So I want you to create yourself from the inside out. Do something that you really have always wanted to do, and experiment with it, do a little test marketing with it. When you think you've got it down, run with it and never look back. Run with it. Okay, get out there, create the marketing around it, make bold, sweeping statements. It's not about being an egotistical jerk. That's not what I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you to be an artist. Project confidence. When you start doing that, here's what happens. It is a cyclical, emotional situation. When you project yourself from the inside out and you feel good about that alias and you take that stage and you're going to take that audience out with the strength of your alias and your character, the audience is going to react. The audience is going to react in a variety of ways. They're going to go, what the hell is this guy on? What is he doing? Is he crazy? Is he this? Is he that? Let him talk. Let him talk. That is called the Hollywood spin. That is exactly what the entertainment industry is all about. All press is good press. Feed them. Get people out that are blogging and saying, I saw the craziest band last night because they did this. Fill in the blanks. Excuse me. It's up to you to have them fill in those blanks. You are projecting the entertainment. You're giving them the ability to fill in those blanks. As I've always told you on this show, it's done in one sentence. That band was so awesome last night because they blank, blank, blank. That's something that you have to be able to do. People want that. They want to fill in those blanks. They want to have something to blog about, to thrill about, to rave about. And believe me, they'll do the work for you. They will get out there and they will do all of your marketing work for you because they're thrilled about what they've experienced and what they saw based on what you delivered. Because they do that, that is going to excite you. The cycle comes back to you. And you're going to go, wow, I'm on it. I like it. It feels good. Now I want to be more radical. I'm going to intensify this. And again, people are going to intensify it. It's going to manifest itself in terms of more publicity for you, bigger ticket sales, a lot more hits on your website. Be interesting. Feed the frenzy. All stars know this. The industry knows it. You need to do it. So what I want you to consider is taking that first big step in creating the alias. I can talk about Weasle Strychnine. I can talk about another great artist that I love from that same genre named Snake Rock. I am impressed with Snake Rock. I've always been a big fan of Snake Rock. And the snake always slithered his way onto that rock and roll stage and delivered. And you know what? Nobody knows their real names to this date. That is really cool. And you know, of course, if your alias is successful, it takes you 1 degree away from reality, 1 degree away from people finding you, 1 degree away from them finding out about your real life. You know, when you move that into a whole new emotional market, it's a spiritual market, it's almost holistic. When you move that out, it becomes very successful. When everybody has access to the real you, there's an old saying, a prophet is but a fool in his own hometown. If everybody who says, you know, I'm sitting next to that person in class and he's a geek, she's a dork, okay? They can't even do the very basics working in the pizza place down the street. These people, this person is really geeky, okay? When they know that, you're never going to convince them otherwise and get around that. So that's your own hometown, but you take your alias into other nearby markets and you unleash it. You unleash it. So those people are just blown away. They don't know about your real self. Don't worry about it. And if somebody happens to post something about your real self, you use your alias character to reflect upon that. Oh, that was me in the 7th grade when I was just a stupid kid, okay? You know, work with that. Have fun with that. Don't let it belittle you. You're going to know you're very, very successful because people are all of a sudden going to talk about you, and a lot of your fellow artists are going to become jealous of you. Your detractors are going to rise up like sharks to blood in the water. They're going to rise up because they want to tear you down. You know, I will share with you, bless my producer, when I was an artist in the 70s, my producer, Buddy Zellman, was an amazing man. Still is, and he's very elderly at this point, but I loved him and he taught me a lot. He was from New Orleans, and he would tell me one great thing. He'd say, you know, Doc, a lot of times with the artists, we call it the crabs in the barrel syndrome. You see, in the docks in New Orleans and the fishing areas, when they go crabbing, they take a big wooden barrel and they place it on the docks. And when they catch the crabs, they throw them all live in that barrel, and they only fill the barrel about 2/3 full. They don't fill it to the top. And they never put a lid on the barrel. They don't have to put a lid on those crabs. Why? Because of the crab mentality. When every crab started getting successful and climbing over the other crab to get out, all the other crabs would want the same and pull them down. And the fishermen intuitively knew that those crabs would never get out of the barrel because they would all pull each other down. It is no different with being an entertainer today. When you are successful and you are climbing to the top, other crabs will pull you down. Remember that story from the doc? It's a 100-year-old timeless story. It is true. Don't let anybody pull you down. Every major star has a bit of that crazy sense to them. They'll do anything on stage. They will let themselves go to the ends and dimensions that they never would have believed earlier. This is why the media has such a field day with posting the high school images and stories of current stars, be they rock stars, be they in the movies, celebrities, because people are in awe. God, I don't believe that this rock star was this geeky kid at this age. How did that person make that leap from that geeky kid onto that incredible persona and alias and successful career? Because they made it happen. They felt the flame inside of them, they installed the on-off switch at their belt line, and they kicked it. And they knew exactly what to do, and they never looked back. So I'm saying to you in all of this, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Don't dwell in the doldrum and reality of who you are. That is wonderful with who you are, but that doesn't cut it on the entertainment stage. Take it over the top. Take it one more dimension and create entertainment. When you become entertainment and you challenge yourself, the sky is the limit. So, I just wanted to offer you this and say thanks, of course, to my friends Weasle Strychnine and to Snake Rock for being a great inspiration. Whether they are here or not, they're here in spirit because these guys did it and so many others did it, and I salute them. They'll always remain at the top. Won't you try to join them, please? Thank you. I want to move ahead and tell you about MorningShowCentral.com and some of the things that happen here all week. It is an exciting, exciting station, and I'm really pleased to be a part of this. First of all, of course, MorningShowCentral.com. That's where you're viewing right now. And if you want to check out my show, of course, BandAidWithDocRock.com. Get in there and click on everything in that website because there's a lot for you. If you're considering what I just said to you, get into those archives. They're always there. They're always going to be posted. Go way back and listen to these people who are pros in the industry, and they'll tell you the very same thing. And of course, there's a variety of programming here on MorningShowCentral.com. There is truly something for everybody. You know, there is on Thursday nights, there's a show for core video game freaks, and it's found here on MorningShowCentral.com on Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., and it's called One Life to Play. That's right, One Life to Play. It's not a soap opera. It is a great video game show. On this fast-paced show, you will hear news, views, and reviews about gaming, and it's mixed with occasional interviews from some of electronic entertainment's premier journalists. Great stuff. There's also, you know, they talk to developers, they talk to publishers. They get as much content as possible. If you are a video game freak, you gotta be there. Tune in to see live demos. There's tournaments, and they even have the frag of the week. It's all there on One Life to Play, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on MorningShowCentral.com. Also, of course, everybody loves music, and there's so many musical shows here on MorningShowCentral.com. There's a new show that's really out, and it's called Since 1974 Radio. That's right, Since 1974 Radio. It airs on Sundays from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You know, if you're a Midwest kind of hip-hop, rhythm and blues, or just a blues fan, you know, it is a great platform for all kinds of new artists. And you know what's really cool? They've got this streaming platform right now where you can tune in anytime to hear lots of great music, because it is a website also called Since1974Radio.com. Really cool stuff to check out, and I sure hope you'll do that. Hey, speaking of music, what's the event for the month of September? Well, on Friday, September 23rd, MorningShowCentral.com most popular show, it's called Uncensored Net Noise, and it is again going to host their birthday bash at the famous Fantasy nightclub. I love the Fantasy. It's a great place to play, and in my opinion, they have the best sound man and best sound system in the city. You heard it from the doc. Well, that evening, comedian Anthony Savat is going to be the MC. He's a lot of fun. And the bands, oh yeah, they don't cut corners on the bands. Morality Check, Demons Within, and 1,000-Fold are going to be rocking that evening. The house just goes crazy at 9 p.m. when the show starts. It's going to be wild. You know, this is, by the way, the 5th annual for the Uncensored Net Noise Birthday Bash. I was there last year. I had the time of my life, and I hope you will attend. You know, tickets are only $5 if you're 21 and over, and they're $8 if you're under 21. So we welcome everybody, as we always do here on MorningShowCentral.com. All you got to do is go to MorningShowCentral.com and just go in there for the details, again, of the Uncensored Net Noise Bash on Friday, September 23rd at the Fantasy Nightclub. Be there or you are going to be square. And always, of course, I'd like to tell you that with production, there's some great production that goes on in the city. There's great things happening throughout the city. And people often ask me, Doc, you know, I really want to get a great music video shot. What should I do? Whoa! If you want to come down here and tour our studios at MorningShowCentral.com, if you have a show idea, you can do that. But also, we actually share the building with a great production studio called Creative House Studios. That's right, Creative House Studios. Just check out their website at creativehouse.studios.com. It is the largest free market green screen studio in the state of Ohio. Now think about that, free market green screen. That means you can bring in your own production crew, your own cinematographers, your own editors, your own videographers. You know, they have all the state-of-the-art lighting, state-of-the-art production facilities, and when you walk into the room and see a 3-story high green screen, it is impressive. It's as impressive as anything that I saw back in my LA TV days. So it is right here in Cleveland. It's a great resource. Imagine what you can do with a green screen that size. A lot of bands use it to cut the best video and music videos imaginable. If you want to come down and tour that as well, all you have to do is contact Peter at 216-225-6592 or just email him, Peter at creativehousestudios.com for an appointment. He'll be glad to show you all around the studio and give you a great idea of what this production facility can do. And of course, check it out at Creative House BigHouseStudios.com. Come over and visit MorningShowCentral.com. If you want to tour MorningShowCentral.com, you can talk to Chris at MorningShowCentral.com. Make an appointment with him. Come down and see our deluxe studios, and you'll see what kind of creative things are really happening in Cleveland. Great, great stuff. All right. After this short break, and gosh knows I need a short break tonight, you're going to meet the members of a genuine and talented jam band. That's right. The freestyling members of the jam band Oliver Hall will be right here next in the recovery room here on Band Aid with Doc Rock and Morning Show Central. It's a hot night. You know what? I want you to light up one and grab another cold one as well. And we're going to take a break so I can see you in a few. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'll see you in a moment.
Is your band running out of gas? Get better by making an appointment with Band-Aid with Doc Rock every Tuesday at 9:05 p.m. only at MorningShowCentral.com. Watch this experienced music doc as he injects bands and pulls them through the recovery room. It's fun, informative, and free. And you don't have to get naked. Check in with the show in the know. Band-Aid with Doc Rock. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. Unbound. Unstoppable. Uncensored Net Noises Birthday Bash. Yeah! Get your ass to Fantasy Nightclub in Lakewood on Friday, September 23rd for live music for Morality Check, Demons Within, and The Thousandfold. Hosted by comedian Anthony Sabat. Uncensored Net Noises Birthday Bash. Sponsored by Cocaine Energy Supplement. Get more details at MorningShowCentral.com. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
much longer than our bodies will stay, and much after the rain, after the rain, after the rain, after the rain, we're singing, come alive, go on, drink the water, boy, come alive, go on, drink the water, there's a blood red fire, pushing towards the middle of the street. The water is high, go on in the river, if the water is high, go on in the river, there's a blood red fire, pushing towards the middle of the street. And you can sink or swim, or burn or stand somewhere in between. Go on, drink the water, boy, come alive. Go on, drink the water, there's a blood red fire, pushing towards the middle of the street. The water is high, go on in the river, if the water is high, go on in the river, there's a blood red fire, pushing towards the middle of the street. You can sink or swim, or burn or stand somewhere in between. Yeah, you can sink or swim, or burn or stand somewhere in between.
Does being in a band feel like a train wreck? Get better by making an appointment with Band-Aid with Doc Rock every Tuesday at 9:05 p.m. only at morningshowcentral.com. Watch this experienced music doc as he injects bands and pulls them through the recovery room. It's fun, informative, and free. And you don't have to get naked. Check in with the show in the know. Band-Aid with Doc Rock.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
not perfect, perfect for anyone. Don't let it go. You might never feel this again. I want you to know. You might never feel this again. Don't let it go. You might never feel this again.
If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
Welcome back to Band Aid with Doc Rock. I am Doc Rock, your rocktologist, and we are in the recovery room. I gotta do it again. Okay, in the recovery room tonight, of course, as you can see, the great jam band that I talked about named Oliver Hall. Oliver Hall got a brand new release out. It's called Welcome to Oliver Hall. Some really cool graphics. It was released in April of 2011. Great band. And of course, as you can see, there is no Oliver Hall here tonight. There is no Oliver Hall here tonight. Boy, what's happened tonight? Well, sadly, they just called in a moment ago. They're very tied up in Akron, Ohio tonight. Can't make it into downtown Cleveland in time. This is why, as a community volunteer with live television, whoa, it is always a gamble and a challenge each week. So please, fans, I beg your forgiveness on behalf of Oliver Hall and, of course, on behalf of this show, Band Aid with Doc Rock. You deserve better. But you know what? I can take this time for myself, just a little bit of your time, because, you know, there's something to this. And here it is. You know, a lot of us, and there's a reason I want to say this to you. A lot of us are very busy. Everybody is busy being busy. And being busy, there's an old adage, of course, you know, if you need something done, ask a busy person, because that busy person, if they're busy and on top of their game, they can program in so much and do a lot. Well, here's what's happening in the tech revolution, and here's how this is affecting bands and the growth of bands' careers. When a band says, or their manager says, you know, yeah, we're really busy, we're out there doing this, that, and the other, and they've got all these websites to maintain and all of these things whereby, you know, they don't have management. Most bands can't afford management. Agents are not readily accessible because, again, a lot of the bands aren't making any money. You aren't going to have an agent because an agent thrives on percentage. That's their livelihood. And if you're not making money, they're not making money. So, again, you know, there are few bands are going to have really good agents that can go out there and book them. And labels half the time just don't want to hear about it. So the thing is this. If you're out there with being a very busy person, you really need to prioritize your time. We all live the same time on this earth, 24/7, 365. And what you want to do is when there are priority follow-up phone calls, priority follow-up emails that must be sent, really stop and think and prioritize those things. You know, on every cell phone, you can take notes. Obviously, you can write down notes. You can do all kinds of things. Your head is no longer big enough to do that. You know, people don't realize this. We have 60 60,000 thoughts per day in our head. 60,000 thoughts per day in our head. 59,000 of them are the same repeat thoughts and emotions. This is clinically proven. 59,000 of them are us emotionally going through the same haunts, the same stories, the same scenarios day after day, and that really makes up who we are. Those 59,000 thoughts actually define who you are as a person. That extra 1,000 thoughts are the thoughts that project you as a person to be a lot more out there, creative, and moving in new directions. Well, of those 60,000 thoughts, if you've taken the time to log down what really is right, okay, do you ever say to yourself, stop thinking about this, quit creating anxieties that don't exist, focus on what you need to do today. That's the right thing to do to help your career. You know, move in new directions with it. When you're going to do those follow-ups, do those follow-ups so you are there, you do show up, you live up to your obligations. Being busy is not an excuse. Prioritizing is the way to do it. This is why a lot of very successful people who are busy are continually successful and growing, because they're able to prioritize and process new information to move in new directions. Sometimes bands will say to me, Doc, it's the same old, I'm just getting tired of it. You know, even in their personal lives, I say, move new directions. Guess what? Buy gas at another gas station. Shop at another grocery store. See new people, new places, new things. Do you know, I will bet you that 90% of you do not go to art galleries or art museums to expose yourself to new thinking and creative thinking? Do you know when some of the biggest names in rock and roll come to Cleveland, in addition to the Rock Hall, they go to the Cleveland Museum of Art, which is world class and is actually free, entirely free. If you haven't been there, it is a crime. But a lot of those bands go there to seek inspiration, and there is a ton of inspiration there. I love to go. I've had friends from Europe who were here even a year ago who said it is worth flying from Europe to Cleveland to go to that museum and get back on the plane and go home. It is that great of a museum. And for many of you in Northeastern Ohio, it's in your own backyard. Well, I'm not here to pitch art museums and all that. What I am here to pitch is with your thinking. Change your thoughts, be stimulated by new things, prioritize your time, get the work done. Okay, you hear me say in this show all the time, and you'll be out there and you'll be somebody who will be organized, on your game, and moving forward. I always say it, and I'll say it again. Your biggest competitor is you. It's not another band. It's not another genre. It's not another record company or management firm. It is you. If you can, as an artist, say that you're doing better now than you were a year ago, then you're on the right track. So I beseech you, please take the time when situations come up, when opportunities come up, don't let them get away. Don't let them escape the hall, so to speak. So very, very important. Just a light message. I'm sorry I don't have a recovery room band for you tonight. We will promise to do better in the future because we've got some great artists coming up here in the future. What a show and a challenge it's been tonight. And you know, for me personally, I confess to you, I've grown a lot tonight. Because of what has happened to me tonight, I've grown. In my capacity here, you know, it is important for me to even realize in the entertainment business, as in with you, if things don't go right, be it live television or being it on stage, how you conduct yourself as a professional is the most important thing. If you are a pro, always, always be a pro. I'd like to say tonight, thanks to the Band-Aid production team, I have the best. They're always here and on the spot. Ronnie and the Wizards, yeah, they're awesome out here tonight. Social Rackets out here always doing this thing for us. Of course, Jared Holly, oh man, this guy is all over the place. And what a friend he is. And he finds all these great bands to tell me about. And I'm always listening. And of course, the Flying V, he's the guy back there right now on the floor with a cardiologist. They've got a defibrillator on him because, whoa, the show is off the page. What a great guy for putting up with all this. But you know what? I especially like to say thank you for you for logging onto this podcast because you really are a part of this team and you show up. On August 23rd, we will finally get to meet the legendary Minister of Culture, plain dealer reporter, and author Michael Heaton. He's one cool cat. He promises that he will be here to help us capture and define pop culture, which is what this is all about, during these wild modern times. You know, you can spin these modern times and turn them into something really, really cool. Michael Heaton, he's got his finger on that pulse. You want to hear what he's got to say next week on August 23rd. Also in the recovery room next week, we will meet the artist behind the most celebrated new album in Northeastern Ohio. I am going to make that bold statement. It is the best new album in Northeastern Ohio. When I got my hands on it, you can't pry it out of my fingertips or my CD player. The album is called Acetate, and Acetate is one great piece. You got to get it. The celebrated busy solo artist who will be here is Chris Allen. That's right, Chris Allen, who rearranged his whole schedule, his gig schedule, to make it a point to be back home in Cleveland that night, to catch his breath, and he is going to steal ours. You don't want to miss the recovery room next week. Definitely check out the album Acetate. What a great production. We'll also be injecting the latest rave bands. Live for Tonight from New York City, and of course also the New York hip-hop sensation Epic. That's right, Epic. I will surely be smashing the BAMs for them on that show. You know, I've said a lot tonight, and if you couldn't get it all down, play it back. Share this archive with a friend. It's too important. That's why I do this show. That's why I care so much. The entertainment world is all about uplifting minds and souls from their daily lives. We all have lived the lives of reality, but it does not mean that you can't create somebody new and live the dual showbiz life under an alias. Let your creative soul go. Answer only to the God who gifted you with your talent. The world is your playground, so let yourself go as wild as a weasel, because it will rock your world. I'll see you at the top. Namaste.
All this energy calling me back where it comes from. It's such a crude attitude. It's back where it belongs. All the little kids growing up on the skids are going Cleveland rocks, Cleveland rocks. Jumping Gene, moving James Dean, going Cleveland rocks, Cleveland rocks, Cleveland rocks.
Get down, damn it, and keep on rocking for the free world.